Random scenario. This is you, a thriving governor in the Roman Empire, enjoying a nice sunny day in your villa, when all of a sudden, the emperor shows up, kicks down your door, throws you into a boat, and exiles you to a deserted island. Do you either A, pay the massive tax bill you racked up, or B, declare independence, fight off the entire Roman military, and accrue massive levels of debt for your citizens to pay? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anno 117. This video is sponsored, but after making a video on Anno 1800 a while ago, I've been looking forward to playing this game anyways, because how else am I going to get my city building spreadsheet simulator fix?
So welcome to Anno 117, the long-awaited sequel of Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets. If we head to new game, I can do either the campaign or sandbox, and I am definitely going to do the sandbox because there is some really goofy stuff you can do that I really want to do. So I went ahead and set up the game. We get to choose one of these portraits over here, and I choose the plebeian. We are Plebeius Maximus, and let's get into the game. There is a nice, really beautiful cutscene that whoops, my finger slipped and I pressed escape because I have an empire to build, and more specifically, a Roman Empire to fight and collapse. So the first thing we're gonna do is send our ship out to go start exploring. So they're just gonna go out, and there are lots of different islands in the bottom left, but we need to get started on actually building places for people to live. All right, so we have some starting workforce, so I just put down some lumber things over here. They're gonna start growing trees, building wood, and now we need to smack down all of the Libertus residences. I don't know a ton about ancient Rome, I'll be completely honest, but I'm fairly sure that Libertus is basically like recently freed slave. And if we take a look at their needs, all they want is sardines and porridge. So yes, they are poor. Oh, I think we just found our first other player somewhere. Oh, that is a cool island. We're gonna need to fulfill these needs in order for our people to be happy. Trust me, the happiness is not really the important part. It's more of the, I need people to live here and work and pay taxes, because we're very poor. As we fulfill the need for sardines, people are going to live here. We've got 0.8 citizens, 0.9 citizens. Oh my God, they're rapidly mitosising. And we found another person, also got a Libertus hails you. Passes by straining under the load of heavy timber. He carries the hopeful air of one who has recently celebrated his manumission, freedom from slavery. Okay, I was right. Trust me, man, you may be free from slavery, but you're not free from me. Actually, I definitely can't do that because minus 50 happiness for 1 hour will cause a revolt, and I don't have any buildings to stop that. All right, well, that one freed slave just propped up the entire wood economy because now we can actually start building stuff like some farms over here. So we can put a big old area here and make a second farm right over here. Same idea. And then we can turn these oats into porridge, and that will give us, what will that give us? +2 population. Wait, are these people getting all this stuff for free? 1 income per person? That's nothing. I need more money than that. All right, now we've unlocked a couple new needs. So we can build a tavern and a market. That is going to be really nice because I can start taxing my people a little bit harder. I mean, giving them services that they want. Also, sorry people living here, I need to move your entire houses over there to minus 4 gold. That's all it took. Okay, well, now I can build the public house. That's gonna make us a little bit of happiness, a little bit of more population. We are gonna get a festival every 833 hours because we have a single island happiness. All right, now we're gonna get the next set of needs, which is clothing and a really, really weird looking hat. That feels like the hat that the teacher would make someone wear and stand in the corner of a classroom with shame written on it. But in fairness, I guess these people will kind of take whatever they could get. Just like before, we're basically trying to build supply chains here. So we have one area that is going to create the hemp. No, not that kind of hemp. Although it would be kind of funny if the ancient Romans were getting lit up. One of the things that I think is super cool in this game compared to the other Anno games is that we're gonna move that house right there. Then we're gonna come over here, grab one of these tunic makers, and you see they actually have an area effect. So they are going to provide additional income to all the houses over here just by being in the area. For previous Anno games, it was kind of all about having your industry really, really far separate from everything else. But in this game, there's actually benefits to having your industry in with your civilian population. It's a really small thing, but it's really, really fun. It does unfortunately mean that I really have to build warehouses and stuff in our city, which is certainly not ideal, but it is gonna start making us a pretty solid amount of money. Oh, there's my favorite guy. That right there is the pirate dude.
If anyone here is friendly, it is certainly not them.
I'm sure these guys are just really misunderstood.
A ship is under attack.
Okay. Now, obviously, if you look over here, this guy is a very nice individual. He looks kind. So we are going to head into our diplomacy, and we're actually at war with him because he's a pirate right now. But what's really cool is we've got relations with not only the pirates, but also the Emperor. And this is what I found most interesting when I first started playing.
Here you're in the market for livers, aren't you two? We've got a few to spare. Fresh.
Kaizo, these are not sheep or goat. Who did you take these from?
Wow, I like this guy already.
Ere, it is time we attracted a higher grade of resident in the plebeians.
Wow, even our own advisor is classist. That's great. So we started 0 relations with the Emperor, and then we go up, and you can see there are various bonuses that we get, and eventually we can become a consul, and that is going to give us a ton of bonuses. However, you could also go the other direction and absolutely piss off the Emperor completely. Now, here's the thing. At first, you can see that these are debuffs, and then they go to more debuffs, and then when you get to minus 100 relations, he just wants to kill you. However, exemption from land taxes. The Emperor does in fact tax us, so if we go into our money here, we actually have a, if I can find it, there we go, land taxes minus 150. That is pretty expensive. Wouldn't it be great if we just didn't have to pay taxes? Well, with the low cost of pissing off the Roman Emperor, we can. And that's gonna be our goal. That being said, in order to successfully do this and not get ourselves killed, we are going to need to set up a lot of infrastructure so that we are not dead. Ah, there we go. My favorite part of the entire game. Fire. So in the top right, you're gonna see we have our island income, we have our island population, island belief, island happiness, and island fire safety. Now, I know you might think this is important, and it's not. I don't care. We are going to get fires every 1 hour and 33 minutes. This is in real time, by the way, and I'm literally gonna ignore this completely. Now, I know that might sound a little bad, but don't worry. As long as you're not the one on fire, it doesn't really matter. So we can build this city watch building, which is going to help with fire safety ever so slightly in the entire city. So as soon as we fulfill access to enough of these different goods, so you can see there's only 1 bar on each of these things, so they only need 1 bar in order to gain happiness. And as soon as we do that, we can upgrade them into the next class of citizen, you know, the better class. And these lovely plebeians have a whole different set of needs. So they have some that are similar. They do need sardines and they do need porridge, but we can also get them bread, garum. I honestly don't know what that is. And they unlock a new chain for us to start farming clay. Well, farming clay, you get the idea. So much like the buildings over here that provide us a little bit of an income boost in the entire area, there is also the opposite. And this tiller right here, who's going to build Tyler right here, is going to decrease the fire safety of everything around him. So we generally do not want them to be particularly close to buildings. So we're gonna throw them all the ways over here so they don't burn the entire city down. That would be ideal probably. And we also need to upgrade more people into plebeians because we really don't have all that many plebeian workers up here. You can see our workforce up in the top. We have positive here, positive here. So all of our buildings are functioning at 100% capacity.
Remember what side your bread's oiled, lads and lasses.
Remember what side your bread is oiled. That is the most Italian thing that could ever be said in the history of history. Oh, hey, a bunch of Libertas have a quest. What exactly do they want from me? You must rescue my cousins from the Syracusians. Pretty sure that's the raider guy. Oh no, stop. Please, don't sell me those people. Oh, I've done all I can do, sorry. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually making money. And for some reason, people are happy. The island fire safety continues to deteriorate. Large fires, we're at risk of those. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, we also get to choose a patron god. So that is going to allow us to choose a specific god and gain their bonuses. Now, I know you might expect that I would choose Mars because Mars is quite awesome and I do love him. And we are going to devote to him at some point, but who I really need right now is Ceres, because she is going to give us a whole bunch of productivity increases for all of our farming and also more population. Okay, I may or may not have just gotten my flagship killed. And this guy is unhappy that my fire safety is very low. it's gonna get lower. Ah, there we go. So now we have unlocked the next tier of stuff, and that is going to grant us military buildings, specifically a barracks to recruit soldiers. Oh, we also get to choose what we want to focus on for the next 4 in-game hours. We can do faith to increase our belief so we get more devotion, knowledge to get a bit more research, or honest labor, minus happiness and minus fire safety for upkeep cost reduction. I mean, I know which one I'm doing. Oh my god, fire safety's at minus 411 now. That's probably not very good. We're also going to unlock some more public services, the Sanctuary and Grammaticus, which are both extremely useful.
Your city is growing, and the chance of an incident with it.
Incident schmincident. Oh yeah, I also have to deal with increased unrest. So every hour and 30 minutes, there could be a rebellion. That's probably not great. I am going to put down my Governor Villa, though, right in the center. So that is going to increase our prestige, as well as start festivals and allow us to get specialists. It does also have a tiny little garrison, which is, it's not really that good, but it's fair. Holy crap, we also start with a unique specialist that is going to make our markets considerably better. Nice. Oh, that's probably not good. So at minus 500 fire safety, you have the risk of not only a, normal fire, but an inferno. Severe fire is 12 buildings, and an inferno is 30 buildings at the same time. And of course, the lower our fire safety is, the worse that gets. I will, of course, selflessly take it upon myself to build a single fire station, which is gonna at least give us a little bit of safety. Also, Island Happiness is in the gutter right now. Holy. I also built this Grammaticus here, which is gonna give a whole bunch of knowledge bonuses to everybody in the area. So now we can actually conduct research, and it is going relatively quickly. Of course, our first research is market forces. We could potentially encourage citizens to travel further to reach our markets. And how are we doing that? Are we just telling them, walk further? I do find it very funny in Anno games how if I click the market right here, you can see it basically only applies its bonus this far. But anybody that lives slightly further, like right here, this person is willing to starve to death because they would rather starve than walk one additional step to the market.
You can hear the debates at the Grammaticus from streets away.
It's next to your house. I do like how building a city watch increases the happiness of everyone in the area. Like, I could literally zoom in right now, and I'm pretty sure I see a guy who is about to be put into a cage. Or this is like the next K-pop group training for their big tour. Uh-oh. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm realizing that I'm expanding all of my houses over towards where the tilers are. The highly flammable tilers. So the fire safety is getting even worse at this point. We actually managed to balance island happiness. Balance troubling unrest every hour. That's not that bad, though. Oh, we're actually getting a bunch of gifts from people. Yes, sir.
I tried to get you something nice.
You did. It's $10,000. Oh, nice. So we get to decide between hiring this guy, which is plus 20% workforce from residents in an area, and this is a little bit more money. I'm actually going to take the workforce because we are going to have a massive military, and I need so many workers for that to actually function.
One of your cities is at risk of a great fire.
Oh, we're back to this again? Whatever. Finally, after population well over 1,000, we have soap. Truly God's greatest invention. Oh, the first one, the first of many. Where is this fire? Is it anywhere important? Oh, nice, it's by the poor people. Whew, that's relief. Okay, well, we should be able to solve this one pretty easily by putting down a fire station, and there we go. We're gonna start, oh, okay, maybe, oh no. So, I know this may not seem like the best city in the world, but at least we're making a lot of money. And everything here can be replaced for a whopping 1 wood and like $1. So we're just gonna fast forward and wait for this to be over. Okay, nice. So we have plagues, we have fire, we have unrest. Really the triple threat. Again, though, I do have a good amount of money, so I'm actually gonna come over here and buy myself a new flagship to replace the one that somebody blew up. Oh my god, wait, I just realized why my fire safety is so bad, besides like all those other decisions I made that made fire safety bad. These things actually stack. They are -2 fire safety in the area, sure, but they stack with all the other tilers. So each one of these houses is -11 fire safety. I think I need to step in at this point, and the invisible hand needs to move this somewhere else. Okay, now we have 2 new goods, which are gonna be really, really nice. unfortunately, I don't think I have the fertility for olives here, or the fertility for resin. So that means that we need to find another island that does have that fertility. So if I send the flagship over here, there we go. Now we can build a trading post, and that is going to send me into crippling debt. Give me one moment.
A small fire has broken out, too small to be of concern.
Wow, that's just how normal fire incidents are on this island. The minor ones are like, whatever, let it burn. So we're gonna turn this entire area into our big dock. We'll put a shipyard here, and then we need to start producing rope as well as sails. Wow, Tarragon really likes the fact that I'm building ships. He has complimented me like 7 times and is now offering me a generous gift. Wait, I can take a loan from him? Ooh, hold on a minute. What happens if I take a loan and then instantly declare war? This is a question we will answer soon, especially given in the research tree, if you go down a little, there is a large loan ability. Fortunately, that gift is what is going to allow us to now build a trading post on this island, which is fantastic.
The difficult second step has been achieved with aplomb. Your confidence knows no bounds.
That guy sounds so sarcastic whenever you do something right. I mean, come on, man. I'm doing my best here. We're trying to start a civil war against the Emperor. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Having multiple islands functions pretty much exactly as you'd expect. So we have our one island here that has a separate population, separate resources, and another island with the same deal. If we go into our province map, we can actually set trade routes in between our different islands, between traders and our islands, and so on and so forth.
There are signs of public unrest.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, we need to quickly put down that little itsy-bitsy rebellion before it spreads. So let's just throw down one guard tower, and I like how the parade is going on all throughout the city. Meanwhile, the guards are like rushing to go beat down the local civilians. And as you can see, that is exactly what's happening. We are literally just beating the crap out of them. This guy is trying to talk, and the other guy has a torch. Hey, can we calm down for a second? Dude, your friend is beating me with a torch. Oh, and the first disease has begun. Don't worry, I have a solution, and it's called building a random bunch of doctors immediately on top of them. And that's gonna increase our city status. That's right, baby. The Black Plague. Oh, they downgraded me. Oh, no wonder. I don't have the plague anymore. That's a necessity of any tier 5 city.
It has been 4 hours, Ere. How about a little exercise?
4 hours? Ha, jerk. I'm actually gonna get up for a second. I am very concerned because I just got a notification that a fire started here and I cannot seem to find it for the life of me. So I think I have no choice but to, oh, wait, there it is.
My only home. Don't let it burn.
Oh, wait, this isn't your home. This is the pig farm. Does she live here? Oh yeah, I should probably solve this whole fire problem. That is on me. Something I have noticed is that it seems like the areas with the least fire safety are the ones that are the most likely to get fires. So even though the number is island-wide, I think it specifically tends to happen in areas with low fire safety. All right, I am proud to announce that the second island has a semi-functional economy now. People are vastly happier on this island than they are on the original one. Over here, morale is not doing so good, but now I can take this ship and I will go ahead to create a trade route. So we'll establish a route from here to here, and we will load all of the resin that we can possibly load, and then we will go and unload that very same resin. Now we're gonna be able to trade between the islands, so the ship is just gonna automatically go back and forth, and I can also now start producing pottery. So then we can do the same thing with olives and load a whole bunch of olives and then unload them and adjust the route, and now we are going to automatically transport everything we need to build this stuff and our olive oil and distribute it amongst the island. There are signs of public unrest. I think you mean there is public unrest. Actually, let me correct myself. There was public unrest because we put that shit down instantly. They tried to interrupt people from praying, and that was their biggest mistake. So the fun thing about the gods in this game is that you can change which god is worshipped at which island. So on my second island, we're gonna worship Mars. What Mars does is that he is going to reduce the upkeep and increase the morale of any of the units that we recruit here, which is obviously really, really nice. That's also the reason why I'm going to settle another island. Okay, what the hell? Didn't realize that this would just obliterate me. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to find a smaller island. Either way, now that we've satisfied enough needs of our plebeians here, we can actually upgrade them into the next tier of people, and that will be our equis. Them. Equi. Okay, got it. Our eques. As you can see, this is the demands of our Libertas, and when we go to our eques, it is considerably more. These guys are going to require a ton more stuff. They're gonna want wine, they're gonna want cheese, they're gonna actually help us build concrete, which is really nice. Also, the Emperor is asking me for 64 tons of soap. Now, the thing is, I am gonna get my relations to minus 100 with the Emperor anyway, so screw that guy. We're also gonna get a trade treaty from our friend here, which is really nice. Might be able to buy some of the stuff that I can't normally get. Okay, I'm gonna save the game really fast because I'm gonna bankrupt myself intentionally because let's see what happens. So the Emperor is gonna give us a bailout. It's gonna lower our reputation, which is excellent. This guy is going to lecture me on what I should do, and I don't care. And now I need to take my massive levels in debt and get this out of bankruptcy in the next like 10 minutes or I lose the game. Okay, so Diana's gonna give us a quest here, which let's meet with her real quick.
One of my friends has been betrothed to some horrible old eques. She'll be stuck spending the rest of her life with some old fogey she hates. Can you rescue her for love?
No.
And money.
Okay, wait a minute. She wants me to rescue this woman, except it means destroying some guy's ship. You know what? As long as I get paid.
The sundial approaches the 8th hour, Ere, and I cannot help but notice you are still here. When did you last wander the streets?
Okay. Don't be mean. In my defense, I think it's miscounting the hours because I just got back, but I think I was paused in the title screen and it thought I was playing for 8 hours. I'm excited to see what the 10-hour is.
No, before the army does it.
I don't even have an army, but thank you, Mr. Rebelling Libertus, who's going to be put in jail immediately. You've given me a great idea. If we head into our military, we now have unlocked both weapons and armor. The building chain for armor is quite complicated. The weapons one, not really. So we're gonna start building weapons first. I will probably start just over here and get some iron. Wow, I love these options. There's basically a forced marriage going on right now, and the teenage girl does not want to get married. So my only options are force her to marry the senator, allow her to marry the original lover, which I guess is like some dude, or sequester her in a temple for the rest of her days. The game really lets you be benevolent, but I'm gonna allow her to marry her lover because, look, I may be a bad guy, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad guy, you know? Oh my god, we just jacked the happiness all the way up to 700. There's basically no more unrest. We might actually have a festival. Oh, I have to deliver 157 tiles to the Emperor. No.
Your shoulders have sloped to your dog-eared sandals, Governor.
That is a creative insult that I'm gonna steal.
10 hours, Ere. No Roman has ever gone so long without a visit to the bathhouse. Perhaps now is the time?
Right, so I've just maxed out the number of weapons that we have, and so now it's probably a good time to start recruiting actual infantry now. I'll put our barracks way up here. Oh yeah, this guy was a Praetorian Guard, whom in the Roman times were not nearly as protect the emperor-y as you would think. Multiple times did they sell being the Emperor of Rome to the highest bidder. That's why we're gonna hire them. Or rather, we can't hire them because we're really poor, so instead we're going to draft people into the auxiliary infantry. And this is why this island is devoted to Mars, because that's gonna give us a boost to all of our infantry recruited here and is going to drop their upkeep cost, workforce requirement, and more, and increase their morale. I kinda wanna wait until I hit the next milestone to get an additional workforce reduction, so I'll just wait until there, and then we will begin recruiting actual decent Roman troops. Well, not decent, but sort of Roman. Do they still count as Roman if they're going to war with the Roman Emperor? That might make them more Roman. It is going to allow us, though, to very quickly unlock legionnaires, so we're going to want to get them pretty fast. And there we go. So that's going to give us another 20% morale, 20% workforce, and 20% upkeep cost. So now we can come over here and train one unit of infantry, and they should train relatively quickly. Yeah, it takes about 5 minutes. Another fire. Okay. This one is somewhere where we literally do not have, wait. There is not a single firefighter station on the entire island. Looks like I need to find someone to blame for that one. And there we go, our very first group of infantry. What they lack in strength, they make up for in the fact that only 35 people are needed to be in this group of 44 people. I'm not sure where they're getting the other 9, but honestly, I don't care. Because we're not using them right now, we can go ahead and encamp this army, actually, and that is just going to allow them to turn into a building that is far cheaper to maintain than anything else. We're also going to unlock another need for our upper level people, our equites. I am in the process of building a new aqueduct, but it is requiring a little bit of a transformative approach, which basically means flipping the entire theater, demolishing several people's houses, and then building this absolutely disgusting, there we go. Come on, we could do this. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Guys, if I was in ancient Rome and they hired me to be a city builder, I would get fired instantly. And honestly, I deserve it. These aqueducts actually fix our health and fire safety problems pretty massively, but you know, the problem is very, very clear. They're also quite expensive. Ooh, okay, so Seso is going to demand a ransom, and I'm actually gonna pay this because it's gonna decrease our empire relations. And hopefully, if I head into my diplomacy, I can offer him a gift, and I'm actually very close to being able to do this. There we go. Okay, so now I can get a ceasefire with him, which is fantastic. So now we do not have to worry about the pirates anymore. This is fine because it is going to decrease our empire relations yet again, and they're...
Governor, weaken the idea of Rome. When together, we can be so much stronger.
Wah, wah, wah. All right, nice. We've also got our first set of legionnaires, and I didn't realize how much better these guys are than pretty much everyone else. They're like more than 2.5 times as good, and because we have our devotion to Mars relatively high, the workforce, the morale, it's all really, really high, and we have an additional melee attack bonus. So we're basically using this island as our recruitment island, and then we're going to ferry them to all of our different islands as well. We do have to ignore the fact that they cost 195 upkeep, which is insane, but we can camp them at least to make it a little more manageable. I'm also running into the minor issue that I've got to build a forum somewhere, and you can see how massive this shit is. So I think I'm gonna have to bulldoze like 24 people's homes so that the rich people can debate each other. Sorry guys, it just had to happen. I love getting a quest to deliver 18 writing tablets to this lady, so I sail over to her place. I am going to buy her writing tablets, and then I am going to just instantly give them back for money. And just like that, that is like a 100% profit gain for nothing. This is economics. Also, I've got some bad news for the people living here. I know last time I bulldozed your houses in order to make room for a forum, and I'm happy to announce I'm about to do the same exact thing for baths. Some of you may be homeless, but that is a hit to my bottom line I am willing to take.
Citizens are dissatisfied with their lot.
Okay, that is kind of fair. I did just make like 300 people homeless. I think one of the silliest parts of Anno to me is some of the quests that you get. I just got one to try and find a bunch of crates and find a crate near the residences. Gee, let me look. Oh yeah, the resident, wait, it's glowing. Oh, that was easy. Now I have to find his apprentice? Now where in this entire city could this guy's apprentice be? All right, I checked the vineyard, he's not getting drunk, so I'm all out of ideas. Another request from the Emperor and another request denied. And now we are considered a troublemaker. There we go. So this is going to...
I need governors who can follow orders to the letter.
Yeah, he's not very happy about this. This is going to put an embargo on us for any of the Emperor's representatives. So that is the person right here, so we can no longer trade with Diana. For right now, we can still trade with the lady over here, but eventually we will be embargoed from her too. So we kind of need to be careful here. Okay, so I've prepared our economy as best as I think I can. This city is actually looking relatively okay. Our main city is pretty awesome, and then our third one is actually not too bad. So you might be wondering, how are we going to get the Emperor's relations really, really low? As soon as I accept this ceasefire request, it's gonna go down to -39, but we wanna get it to -100. And the answer to that is declaring random wars. I've also been buying up a whole bunch of the ships from the lady right here. She's only gonna be willing to sell to me for just a little bit longer until the Emperor totally embargoes us, so we're gonna have to make use of that. So I have recruited the extent of everything that I'm gonna need right now. I need to bring all my ships over, and we need to begin mobilizing the soldiers. I have recruited a pretty hefty amount, so you should see my income just tank as soon as I mobilize everybody. There we go. Oh wow, I got way more than I thought I did. This is what happens when you've got 3 barracks on the same island. So we can start loading all of our troops into all of our different vessels, and then we will transport them over to this guy over here. I actually only just have enough inventory spots in all my ships to load all of these different soldiers. Now I know Mr. Tarragon might be a little surprised surprised to see the pretty big swarm of ships over there that is ominously holding like 1,000 Roman soldiers. But see, I'm actually here because I just want to ask him for a loan. Oh my god, he's broke. I would have taken predatory loan, but he's only allowed to give me a benevolent loan because he just doesn't have enough money. So if I just take this right now, and then I immediately go to declare war, the Emperor is... How pissed is the Emperor gonna be? Very pissed. He has no army power, somehow. This is gonna do a -50 reputation hit from the Emperor. So the moment we do this...
Then I shall dig out my angry young man.
-89. Uh-oh. Well, let's disembark all the boys. I brought my mangonels. I have all my ships here as well. So our main goal is to destroy this villa that is always in the center. He's actually got some elite, some garrison troops over here that are gonna flock to the defense. Unfortunately, I have considerably more units than him, so I don't think it's really gonna matter. Go, my soldiers, go! The great siege of this random-ass island has begun. And unsurprisingly, his units are just instantly going to die because they are totally surrounded. I'm surprised the game thinks this is even a remotely even fight. All right, we're just kind of brute forcing down the gate because I don't really have another option. The mangonels were more or less completely destroyed, so we're kind of just going from there. Fortunately, we have so many guys with torches that this is kind of working out and we're just buzzsawing through these gates. The bright side of this is definitely that even if I lose all of these troops, it is ridiculously easy for me to just come back here and instantly recruit a whole new set. Actually, I could already start recruiting more. I do enjoy that my army is almost entirely militia, 2 groups of legionnaires, and now we're going to burn down a stone villa by just throwing a sheer number of torches at it. It's a very peaceful sight. You know, you have the groundskeeper just kind of groundskeeping. Oh, he's going up. There we go. Now he's groundskeeping somewhere else. Those 2 people are gossiping. The guards are just standing around, you know, realizing that they ain't paid enough for this shit. All is as it should be.
Who would assail a man in his home?
I would. And as soon as we are done, there we go. Now, presumably, we just need to defend this one little area until we have taken over the villa. In the meantime, I will, of course, just fast forward, run over here, and spam throw like 800 torches at these archers. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, the Gatling gun. The absolute Gatling fire. They're immolated. They're sent to hell. Oh my god, I just realized the groundskeeper is still groundskeeping. Dude, this guy is dedicated. The legionaries are marching in on his position. Can we draft him into the army? Because I think he can just take down the island on his own. The balls on that man would sink a ship. Also, I'm a little concerned because it says the Emperor might soon intervene. Wait, might soon intervene on our behalf? Why? That's like to help us, right? I've got -89 relations and he's like, dude, just take it. Just take the island. I don't even want it anymore. Well, as soon as this bar fills, oh, wait. He demands I make peace. Okay, so in order to take over the island, we either need to spend money, we need to raise it and then resettle it, or we could just vassalize. I'm just gonna vassalize and see what that does. Oh, look at that. It puts it in charge of our shadowy vassal figure right here. That's nice. Now, the Emperor, of course, is, you know, he's a nice guy. He doesn't like to see his governors fight, so he's giving us the opportunity to make peace. But what he's really doing is actually giving me the opportunity to hit him with -30 reputation and go to war.
Independence, eh? Then let my critic face me on the open field.
So the Emperor is, he's not so happy. He said, you know, you may still be forgiven. Yeah, no, that's not happening. I am going to launch the rebellion.
Nothing like a traitor to stir the loins of my legions.
Oh my goodness, I haven't actually seen how big the fleet is, so I might just get dumpstered. I need to get all of my troops, though, and we need to head back to our capital island, because I've got a feeling that, trade treaty offer. I just took your capital. So this guy is okay. Sure, we're just gonna go trade, and we're gonna go non-aggression pact with him. He doesn't seem to hate me that much, despite what I just did to him. And we do have a defensive treaty with Zara over here, so we might actually be okay. Wait, oh my god, it worked. We brought everyone in to help us. -100 relations, -100, -100. But we need to stock up on absolutely everything right now, because the Emperor is gonna show up with his big old fleet, and
I still don't know how big it is. Oh, wait, I just realized I can spend reputation to take over the island now, damage my reputation with the Emperor. But it doesn't matter because he doesn't like me anyway. So we're just gonna yoink that. There we go. Okay, the Emperor just showed up. I don't know where he is. Oh my God, is this the Imperial fleet? Yes, it is. And it is 2 fleets. Oh, that's not good. Wait, oh my God, he is actually not messing around. Okay, I need to begin building all kinds of towers, if that's even possible. Construction, okay, I can't build under areas that are under attack. That makes sense. I actually don't know if he has any ground troops. He might, and I would be very surprised if he didn't have ground troops. And I'm also just gonna spam down as many towers as I can, because if he invades my islands, that is really game over. I think I can afford to lose this island, although this is where I have the majority of all my troop training, so that's probably not good. And a lot of my guys are now stuck on this island, which I really don't like. Oh my God, wait, I just realized they all have double catapults on them too. Yeah, okay, the local peasantry are feeling the pain of this rebellion. Are my allies actually coming in to help me? They strangely are. Meanwhile, my dinghy, oh my God, that's 150 grapes. Do you know how much that cost me? Do you know how many serfs that cost me? So you can't put the towers too close together, but I think I figured out a way around that, and it is through a metric assload of wooden gates. Maybe these towers will protect something. I honestly have no idea. It's completely destroying all my production. There is unrest in that building, and it's on fire, and it's under siege. Oh God, I think they're just heading straight for my capital, and I ran out of swords in order to use for the wooden gates. Yes, it makes sense. This entire area is completely boned. I think these units are just totally ignoring the island over here, and I need to rush all of my troops back and let the couple back here up because of laziness, but I need to rush all my troops back because I don't think I can beat him in an actual navy fight. So what does he have as an army? Oh my God. He has a serious army. I thought the Emperor was just gonna be a little pushover and, you know, I'd be okay. Meanwhile, he's brought like 7 catapult groups, only like 4. I mean, that's still not very good. And, oh no, wait, is the AI actually smart? Oh shoot, I think the AI is actually smart. I thought that they were just gonna go straight into my massive Great Wall of China here, but I think they're actually gonna go around it, which is tragic. My ally ships are, you know, they're trying their best, but I'm pretty sure this any ship that comes through here is just instantly gonna get obliterated. Actually, it's kind of dodging like a champ. I'm not even sure how that works. That is the luckiest ship I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh God, hurry, hurry, no, his ships are chasing me. Unload everybody, unload all the troops before all my ships die. I don't think any of these can beat these guys. Come on, unload.
Don't vandalize my ships, you little feces.
I just called me a little feces. That's a beautiful insult. Okay, we are fighting back at least a little bit, but unfortunately, he's fighting a lot better than us. Turns out the Emperor is good at fighting. Who would have guessed? I can't build any more buildings because it counts as the island under siege, so I can't do anything more on that front. So I just have to kind of hope that these mangonels fall behind the rest of the army so that I can catch them from behind.
I'd not say it's gone especially well.
Okay, you don't need to be sassy. I know the rebellion is not succeeding as I hoped. My advisor's going absolutely crazy because he's like, dude, I'm about to get executed for treason.
Everyone in our little wickers is sure will prevail.
Yeah, about that. Oh my God, my ally's coming to my rescue. I mean, rescue, because they just turned around and now they're leaving. Okay, so I officially have no more ship production. I technically think I can produce a couple more units here, but actually no, I can't even. I don't even have the manpower for that. Not that I have any ships to transport these units. Wait, the legions have been mobilized and will come to the provinces in waves? Whoa. This is just wave 1? Wave 1 sunk all my ships. Oh no. I don't know all the combat mechanics of the game, but I'm pretty sure that my spearmen should be able to counter these cavalry relatively well. They are like drafted spearmen though, so I'm not sure. The stats on the horsemen might still be better. Wait, these are Praetorian cavalry. I just realized. I thought they were just normal cavalry, but they're literally fighting to the death. Their morale is still pretty decent despite having almost 0 HP. Okay, now they're routing. All right, there's the Praetorian cavalry down. Now we have to deal with his auxiliary spearmen. Mine are slightly... Oh my God, he's got catapults. Oh my God, it's destroying my guys. And there's so many legionaries. This can't possibly go down well. Holy Jesus, he's destroying everyone. I feel so bad for my poor drafted auxiliaries. One of their lines is even about how they're excited to be future citizens of the underworld, potentially. Oh no, my guys are starting to rout. Oh, it's all going wrong. And yes, there's the mass rout. Now I just have my archers. I don't know if I can garrison them in my villa. I don't think that works. And of course, the legionaries are just marching through and trampling all the citizens. That guy's like, hey, can you guys stop? Wow. Now, archers, I don't want to alarm you or anything, but don't turn around. Damn, this guy's got some mean insults. Okay, my ideology is awesome. I draft poor people into the military. The only difference between us is that you drafted more. That's not the right time, Mr. Advisor. Advising me on the aesthetics of my city. Yeah, I think there's a slightly more pressing problem going on. I'm not gonna lie. And low happiness. Yeah, no shit.
Don't worry, pal. Your little rebellion's nearly over.
Oh yeah, there goes one. Offer to capitulate. Pay an honorary sum. How much can I pay? 1.3 million. 5 hours to deliver $1.3 million. Wait, what happens if I accept? So does he just like peace out if I accept? He destroyed the whole island. Okay. A festival can be hosted. Festival of Joy. Well, I think it's pretty fair to say that my ass has been beaten solidly into dust. Our island started as nothing, and now it has returned to nothing. This is probably a good stopping point, which is why I'm going to end the video here. Anno 117, really fun game. Obviously, this is sponsored, but after I played Anno 1800 for that video I made a while ago, I've been really looking forward to Anno 117 when it got announced. And honestly, I think it's pretty good. 10 out of 10 would get my cheeks spread by the Emperor again. Thanks for watching. See ya.